What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about a little zombie survival indie game that I recently played. This game, I've been following it for about a year. A year ago, I remember seeing it and wanting to play it, but I was pretty iffy on it, so I waited. I mean, obviously, I kind of had to wait, right? Because I enlisted into the army. But I'm glad that the game came on sale recently, and I decided to purchase and play it. And I mean, I'm glad I did. I've had this game for a few days now, and I've already put in like over 66 hours. This game is called SurrounDead. It's it's in a market of oversaturation, or at least what used to be oversaturation. I'm not really sure what kind of games are out there nowadays, but it's another base building zombie survival indie game. All right, games like Unturned. All right, games like the old H1Z1, DayZ, stuff like that. And if you're craving a post-apocalyptic survival game with a gritty edge, SurrounDead might just scratch that itch, even if it's a little rough around the edges. From the moment you spawn into its desolate world, SurrounDead wastes absolutely no time immersing you in a landscape filled with abandoned towns, broken highways, and the ever-present threat of the undead. The atmosphere is impressively tense for an indie title, with weather effects and ambient audio pulling you into its grim setting. Gameplay-wise, it blends survival staples like looting, crafting, and base building with some light RPG elements. Inventory management honestly surprised me. It reminds me a lot of Escape from Tarkov, and it's central. Every backpack, weapon mod, and scrap of food matters. You'll scavenge supplies, reinforce your base, and keep your eyes peeled for roaming zombies and worse. There's bandits and a paramilitary group known as the Coyotes. The AI isn't groundbreaking or anything, but it does enough to keep you on your toes. Graphically, SurrounDead leans into the low poly style, which obviously may not be everyone's cup of tea, but it runs smoothly and complements the game's minimalist charm. And for a solo dev project, the level of polish in things like UI and inventory systems is genuinely impressive. However, it's not without flaws. Combat, I'll admit, can sometimes feel clunky. Animations need a bit of refinement, and occasional bugs remind you that this is still a work in progress. But frequent updates and community-driven improvements show real promise, and I'm honestly excited for the future of this game and what it has to hold. Now, SurrounDead isn't trying to be the next DayZ or Project Zomboid. Instead, it's carving out its own niche, a solo survival sandbox that values exploration and atmosphere over realism or chaos. Now, there's plenty of chaos and realistic components to be had in this game, but what it does is truly unique. It incorporates a wide range of mechanics and gameplay elements from different games. There's an airdrop system similar to Unturned, helicopter crashes similar to DayZ, infestations that are obviously inspired by State of Decay. The infestations on their own are pretty cool, while typical airdrops and helicopter crashes will have you simply finding the loot after clearing out some undead. You'll have to fight through hordes of infected and undead to clear out these infestations. Usually two secondary infestations connected to a larger one. And once you clear these bad boys out, then you can enjoy the loot. There's even some unique areas, usually surrounded by radiation, which will require you to have a gas mask and a filter to go into. But once you do, you can find some unique items or vehicles that's only found in this area. There's even bosses to fight that are very similar to the ones you'll fight in Unturned. I like how this game incorporates a bit of everything from all the games we have played and loved. Now, a reminder, this game is still in early development, and it's only being developed by a single person. If we take a look at the roadmap, we can see what is planned. And playing the game in its current state, I do see a lot of things I would like to see more of. But thankfully, they're being addressed in the roadmap. Things like expanded quest systems, bounties, reworking the pre-existing areas to expand them and make them more unique. And the biggest thing that I find myself wanting in this game is also included in the roadmap, and that is co-op and multiplayer. This game is truly developed to cater to obviously more than one person. I think that PvP in this game is going to be really fun, especially when you have things like high loot areas, airdrops, and heli crashes. This game allows you to change a lot with its settings. Everything from how many zombies spawn, what kind of zombies spawn, how often loot refreshes, what kind of loot is more common or rare. And I honestly like the in-depth ability to get in there and change and tweak the settings to your gameplay style. Not only that, but one of the things I want to address about this game that I thought was pretty cool was its locations. As I said, there are certain locations that will give you a unique experience, unique loot, what have you. One of my favorite places to explore, by the way, was this like resort hotel that had a lot of palm trees and one of the cool things about this place, now, like I said, unique items pertaining to certain locations, I was able to find a Hawaiian t-shirt and bring out my inner boogaloo. If you like slow burn, or admittedly, you can make this more fast-paced by tweaking the settings, but if you like slow burn survival games and want to support a passionate indie developer, SurrounDead is well worth keeping an eye on. I would recommend this to anyone who are fans of indie survival games, players who enjoy looting, base building, and exploration. Unfortunately, that's going to be solo exploration until multiplayer comes out, but it is well worth checking out now in its current state, especially for its price. This game is very cheap, by the way. Anyone tired of bloated AAA zombie games, I would also recommend this to you. Now, if you're looking for something that's polished or with deep storylines, maybe wait on this game. It's still being developed and the quest system hasn't dropped yet, but it does show promise. And if you want high visuals or multiplayer, you should probably wait too. Now, the multiplayer is coming, but we don't have an estimate on when it's coming, only that it is according to the roadmap. But with that being said, I hope you guys take the time to check this game out, and if you can, support the developer. If you've liked this video, please subscribe, leave a comment talking about the game or what else you'd like to see from me, and if you can, leave a like. Until next time, I will see you guys later.